So, it's been a while, and even saying that feels small compared to everything these past few months have been. Yeah, like seriously, my last episode was on June 10th, and as I sit here today, November 25th, I can feel how much life has shifted. And not just in my business, but in my home, my health, my emotions, my energy. There is so, like, literally, there are so many layers to it. And this wasn't like a planned break, or it wasn't me being strategic. It was just life, like real life, asking me to slow down and pay attention to things I could no longer ignore. And that's what I did. And I'm sharing this with you, like literally behind the scenes of my life, of this podcast, of what's been happening, because every business owner, behind every piece of content, behind every launch, there's a human being trying to figure life out in real time. And I want us to have conversation around those things. And I want to share a little of what these months actually have looked like, because it wasn't me taking a creative pause, but it was life. It was me unfolding. It was me uncomplicating. It was me just figuring things out. And right now, it's just me sharing things with you. So, without any further delay, let's dive into the episode. Welcome to Heartfelt Hustle, the podcast that dives deep into the heart and hustle of entrepreneurship, where our dreams meet reality and where our passions fuel our success. I'm your host, Sushmita Jain, a loan strategist and operations director, founder of an outsourcing agency. Most of my clients call me their right hand woman, and most importantly, a curious soul as well as a nerd. I am here to share my experiences. I am here to share my insights. I am here to share practical tips that will help you build a thriving and a sustainable business. Whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur, a seasoned business owner, or someone looking to infuse more heart into your hustle, I am here and this podcast is for you. Each week, we'll dive into topics ranging from reconnecting to your passions, your soul, your why, and overcoming the roadblocks of your growth journey. So grab a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and let's dig in into this heartfelt hustle together. If I'll be very honest, these last few months weren't just about my business. They were about life. They were about me being human. And things were shifting constantly around me, whether it's personally, whether it's physically, emotionally, mentally. And every single time I tried to get back into creation mode, something else would surface. I was navigating my energy as a mom. I was trying to balance the mental load. I was trying to work on my emotions. I was constantly adjusting to routines. I was taking care of my health, trying to get back even in my own gym flow, or trying to be consistent, and also dealing with days where or when my body just needed rest. And I was like literally starting to notice patterns in myself that I couldn't just ignore anymore, whether it's we talking about me and, my chase for perfectionism, whether it's the pressure building up, whether it's the guilt around slowing down and me questioning, or me just feeling like that maybe I'm just avoiding deeper work in my own business, which, to be very honest, was not the case. That's how, processing it all, we are literally right now in this episode having all of these conversations. So that's when, all these internal conversations that I've been having with my own self started creating a domino effect. I just could notice that my routines just did not feel aligned with me anymore. My creativity was just not the way I was expecting it to be. The content I was creating was just not inspiring me the same way it did until now. I was literally not even happy with the content. Not happy is the word, to be very honest, but it was just not giving me the joy it was. And if you literally go and check my social media for the past few months, I have not been that active on Instagram. I've been active very interestingly on stories because those are, or they are, the real life moments that I've been sharing. It's just the reels, the short form content, all of these kind of things I haven't been creating. But the more I have had a conversation with myself, whether it is via journaling, whether it is via me just processing my own thoughts and emotions and what I'm feeling, I'm starting to obviously, get back on track. I'm starting to reconnect with my vision. And that's how we're literally even having this conversation right now with this podcast, because I'm like, today's Tuesday, the day, when we definitely get the podcast episodes out initially. And I'm literally right now recording this episode before I go and get my son from school. So definitely this is not like a planned proper episode. It's just me like sharing my heart out with you guys. It's just me having a deeper conversation with you based on what I've been living, what I have been feeling, and sharing an update with you, because sometimes, it's easy to fall in the, and I am someone who loves and is looking forward and is always finding ways to make my own rules. But sometimes it's also very easy to get or become complacent and be like, okay, yeah, I'm not getting it out this week, but I'll definitely make it work next, and then next, and then next. So, you've got to start analyzing what's happening. If I'm very honest, and if I look at even the app, and I did actually have a look at it before I started recording this episode, I have tried, or I have recorded, like, I think 3 episodes before this one, and I never got them out. So there's this some kind of block or hold which was kind of holding me back. But right now I feel that that's it. I'm done. It's it's just me saying to myself that I'm done operating from the, and I actually even did a post about this because I feel there's another version of me which is kind of evolving and becoming, or in the process of coming to the surface at the moment, which kind of feels weird but kind of makes sense as well in its own way. But yeah, any which ways, so what I mean is that, yeah, now it's like, that's it, I'm done. It's time to actually get in the action mode, time to start, just even me having this conversation is me just testing, is just me, opening my heart and starting to get back in the zone of sharing things with you guys, because it's very easy to write written content, but it's kind of very like this way of sharing content and this way of having conversations, it kind of feels raw. It kind of feels where you don't have any filter. And sometimes, it's these changes which are gonna lead you from one one way of leading life and business to the another, and suddenly everything around you starts looking different. And I feel that's exactly what's happening right now. It's not a breakthrough yet, but it is something in some way which is kind of inspiring. It is helping me evolve, and it is helping me work on things that needed to be worked on as well in one way or the other. So right now, what's happening is, obviously I'm working on the front end of things, like I'm working on my routines, I'm getting back on my content consistency. I plan to get back on creating reels and, having conversations with you guys. I'm slowly starting to feel more creative as well. And yeah, it's just, like now my capacity finally starts feeling different. I kind of feel now I have the emotional bandwidth. My priorities are slowly saying to me that yes, it's time to, yes, I definitely have to honor all of the different things that need my attention, but so does me showing up, so does me having these conversations, you know that has its own vital, uh, not vital, but that has its own importance as well, you know. So here I am, not the woman who recorded the episode back in June, not the business owner who pushed through everything, but someone who has learned to be more honest with herself. And I think that's the reason why I'm being honest with you guys as well. Someone who listens to her body more, someone who honors her emotions or emotional waves as well more, and someone who understands that entrepreneurship and life are not separate. I mean, I've always believed in this, but the more I go through life, the more I realize how deeply they're connected. So, this next chapter of my business, of even this podcast, is literally going to reflect that. And that's the reason why, with me coming back, I am talking and being more open and honest about it. So, let's see where it leads us. And if you are right now, because it is this time of year, right, when we start getting in this reflective zone, where we are reflecting on our goals, we are reflecting on our health, our finances, our family, how we are handling things, how does our life feel. So if you feel, and this is the time when and it's not the time because it's the year end, but it's rather the time to look at these things because you've started to feel this way. I would definitely recommend reassess everything, look through things, see what's inspiring you, see what are the cues which are hidden, which you need to kind of work on, so that it's going to help you understand how you have evolved yourself. And if you know someone who needs this episode because they have been feeling the disconnect, they need that inspiration, they need someone to just share what they have been going through so that they realize that yes, this makes sense. Maybe this is exactly what's been happening, but I've just been, you know, shutting those voices in my head and just focusing on keeping up. Share this episode with them. Let's have this conversation. You could literally DM me on Instagram and we can have a chat about this as well. Let's have these open, honest conversations, and we've got this, right? We are working on this, and I will see you in the next episode. And if you have been listening to this podcast and you have been looking forward to the next episodes and when they do start coming in, I really love you. I really appreciate you. Thank you for listening to this episode until the end, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.